Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today is another day of me trying to explain another Super Mecha Champion Mecha. And today's Mecha is called Ventorus. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here is the thing. Out of all of the Mecha in this game, this is the only Mecha that you must need to use about 28,880 of these gold pins or coins or whatever it is. Other than that, rest of the other mechas in this game will only cost about 20,000 of these coins. I do not know why. I do not know why. Okay. Anyway, it is considered as a burst and assault type of mecha. Now, I think it is both of them are correct that this is a burst and assault type of mecha. Yeah, based on how the players play this mecha and based on how this mecha works, yes, I do agree that this is a burst and assault type of mecha. Anyway, so this is called the primary weapon. The primary weapon has two forms. One is normal, another one is called berserk form. Okay, there is similar with this one secondary weapon, normal attack, and this is the berserk attack. Now this is the tactical skill by which this mecha can basically dash forward, and it can do up to 2 times. Okay, this is a normal jump, nothing else, and this is the core skill, basically the thing which allows this mecha to enter the berserk form. Okay, so that's basically how this mecha goes. So to give a further demonstration of how this mecha goes, let's go to the training ground to actually talk about that. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I will not be getting this mecha. Why is that? That is because this mecha cannot go upwards. Okay, that is point number one. Another point is, in order for you to go upward, you must need to be in this uh berserk form to actually go up. Okay, and the amount of time it actually takes for this mecha's tactical skill to recover, it is actually a lot troublesome to use this berserk form and then go up. Okay, like you can definitely go up to a higher platform using this mecha, but it is a lot time consuming. So that is the main reason why I'll never be getting this mecha. Like any mecha that basically causes me to go to a higher platform and it actually takes a large quantity of time, I'm not gonna use those mechas. Those mechas are not my worthy time. Okay, so anyway, let's start with the attack module. So there are two attack module, Morning Breeze and Fighting Dragon. Morning Breeze, 12% more flight velocity for primary weapon. So basically speaking, the primary attack is gonna be faster using this module here. Okay, and what about this module? Fighting Dragon, 5-meter explosive area of the secondary weapon. Okay, so it basically means that when I use this secondary weapon, this secondary weapon will have a higher what should I call it, AoE area of damage. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now the question remains is, which one will you be selecting? Well, first of all, just from this point of view, I would say that you should select flight velocity of the primary weapon, because the primary weapon, if the shot velocity of the primary weapon is slow, then obviously a certain problem will happen. What is that? The enemy will have a higher chance to actually dodge your attack. So to make sure that the enemy doesn't actually have a higher chance of dodging your attack, you should have this one activated, 12%. Now 12% is a lot compared to 1.2% or even 5% or 3%. So from that point of perspective, Morning Breeze is a good option. Now let's talk about this defense module. Now in the defense module, it is said that less 15% less spread of primary weapon in enhanced form. So basically speaking, what happens is, this mecha is in a long range, mid range, and even a short range mecha. But in the enhanced form, this is the enhanced form. In the enhanced form, the primary weapon attack is a lot more spreaded. So to lower the spread, you have to use the scale. And the another one is the duration of enhanced form is increased by 2 seconds. Now, if you were to ask me which one would I select, obviously you should not select the dragon form or the berserk form in a long range or even in mid range. You should be selecting the berserk form. This is the berserk form in short range. In doing so, what will happen is you will have a higher chance of actually hitting the enemy mecha. So yeah, in order for you to do that, you must need to stay in the enhanced form, or let's say the berserk form, for a little bit longer. So from that point of perspective, using this demonic dragon is going to be a lot more useful than the scale, because what will happen is when you use this demonic form, then what will happen is this mecha will be able to maintain this enhanced form or berserk form for a longer period of time. Okay, even 2 seconds is actually a lot when you compare in a team deathmatch fight. Okay, so from that point of perspective, demonic dragon is the best option. Now let's talk about the propulsion module. Now charging time. Now the charging time of charge skill speeds up by 8%. So what is the charge skill? This tactical skill is the charge skill. Okay, it will be increased by 8 seconds. So 8%. And the lower one is movement speed increases by 10% in enhanced form. Okay, now here is the thing. You should be able to use the tactical in both normal and enhanced form. Okay, so the question remains is which one should you be using? Obviously, both of these are good options. Okay, like more like if you are in a team deathmatch, then obviously this berserk form is gonna be important, and especially this berserk form is gonna be important at the ending part of the battle royale. So from that point of perspective, the berserk dragon is gonna be a lot important here if you want speed. But then again, this one is not bad either, because you'll be having higher uh, chances of using this tactical skill a lot more if you were to use this raging winds. Now, which one you want to use is going to be up to you, but both of them are going to be good. But from my point of view, I suggest that you stick with this berserk form, because at the end part of the battle royale, or let's say in a team deathmatch, this berserk dragon is going to be a lot more useful. Okay. Now, last but not least is the core module. Now, there is tidal waves and there is mighty dragon. In the tidal wave, it is written may activate Storm Fist once when the charging is in enhanced form. Reclaim one extra movement skill when changing to berserk form. Okay, may activate Storm Fist once. Okay, so what it basically means, a may activate Storm Fist once when charging enhanced form. Okay, what is the Storm Fist? I forgot that part. Let me check. I can't actually talk about nonsense if I do not know what that is. Okay, so this one is scale and this one is kinetic. Which one is Storm Fist? Okay, as you can probably see here, even though it is written here Storm Fist, I see no name here which is written here Storm Fist. What is Storm Fist? Nothing is written there. No wonder I myself is getting confused when I'm trying to give a proper demonstration of how to use the core skill. The developer please try to change the name of the attack, which basically doesn't exist. So yeah, from that point of perspective, the question remains: what is this Storm Fist? I do not know. Reclaim one extra movement skill when changing into dragon form. One extra movement skill. What the heck is this? I have no idea what it is trying to say. So what is Mighty Dragon then? It is said that significantly increase damage dealt by secondary weapon plus greater radius and explosive area of air sphere when charged. Okay, so what it basically means, when I use this secondary weapon, the secondary weapon needs a little bit time to actually charge. Okay, now when I use the enhanced form, what happens is that I can immediately use this secondary attack without even charging. Okay, see, so that much fast it is. So from that point of perspective, the question remains: okay, which one should you be selecting? Obviously, you should be selecting the mighty dragon, because these tidal waves, even though it is written here that may activate storm fist once. What is the storm fist? I do not know. When charging in enhanced form, reclaim one extra movement skill. What? That this even what is the extra movement skill? When changing to Berserk form. So when I change into this Berserk form, two things happen, and both of those two things are not written properly even in the skill section. What is this? It is called total nonsense. Okay, so this is the nonsense which I basically had to follow every time I try to make a video regarding of which weapon is actually the best or which model is the best. But from this point of perspective, you can probably guess yourself that this game doesn't seem to understand what is the importance of having a proper name and set skill so that it can be understood by us players very easily. So that is the whole problem of this game. Okay, but anyway, let's go to this target section to actually talk about whether this mecha is good at long range or not. Okay, so as I said, in the normal form, you will be able to attack the enemy mecha very accurately. Okay, so out of these 36 bullets, about half of them have gotten hit, and it did do a large quantity of damage to the enemy. So the question remains is, okay, can the primary weapon of this mecha be used as a warning shot to the enemy? Yes, it is. Now what about the secondary weapon? The secondary weapon, let's see, can it go there? Yes, it can go there. The secondary weapon can also be used as a warning shot against mecha that are 300 meters away. So yeah, both the primary and the secondary weapon of this mecha are actually strong enough to give warning shots to the enemy that is 300 meters away. Now, in this enhanced form, however, the attack doesn't even go there. Whatever the secondary attack does go there, but obviously at the cost of accuracy of the primary weapon. So don't use the enhanced form in the long range attack. Now, when it comes to the mid range attack, the secondary weapon is obviously good, and the primary weapon is also very accurate. No problem over there. In enhanced form, but in enhanced form, the primary attack is total garbage, but the secondary attack is still fine. Okay, so in long range and mid range, do not use this mecha enhanced form. Okay, now when you are near the enemy mecha, okay, in close range, what you have to do is to change into this berserk form, use this secondary, and then use this primary, and then jump again, and last but not least, you can use the tactical two times to actually land damage to the enemies. Okay, so let me try again. Okay, first of all, change into this enhanced form, use the secondary, shoot at the enemy, then charge it at them two times, and then shoot back. Okay, by doing so, what will happen is you are continuously attacking the enemy using different types of tactics, and by doing so, you will be continuously moving around the enemy, and by doing that, you will be able to destroy the enemy in that manner. Okay, now the question remains is, okay, all of those are understood. Now, what about this mecha's ability to do sneak attack? Now, this mecha's ability to do sneak attack is actually very good. You do not have to be in the middle of the place to actually hit at them. You can just stay behind the objects of a certain building, and if you are able to see the enemy, you can directly hit at them. Okay, so the obstacle, this wall, that is not going to be that much important here, as long as you are able to see the crosshair is being aimed at the enemy. So you should be able to do about 500 damage at the enemy in this manner. Okay, now obviously the more you go back to the wall, okay, behind the wall, the more you will be able to do the damage without them able to hit you back easily. Okay, so this is sneak attack 1. Sneak attack 2 is use the secondary weapon, and by using the secondary weapon, what you have to do is you have to jump, change into enhanced, and then shoot at them. By doing so, what happens is you are basically doing about 500 plus damage to the enemy. Okay, now let's talk about sneak attack 3. Now the sneak attack 3 of this mecha works, but what you have to do, you have to change into the enhanced form and then use the tactical skill up to 2 times. Okay, so change up. Okay, I'm basically up right now. Now aim at the enemy, and here it is. The enemy is taken damage. Now, obviously, do not try to attack the enemy using the enhanced form primary weapon because it is not gonna work. Okay. Now, what about sneak attack 4? Sneak attack 4 is more like AoE damage. So let's see if this mecha can do AoE damage. Okay, let's see. So it should be hitting the enemy mecha below. Yeah, it is doing AoE damage. Yeah, the primary weapon has AoE damage. The secondary weapon also has AoE damage. So in other words, it basically means that if you are trying to aim for an AoE damage to the enemy mecha, you can definitely do so. Like you do not 100% need to hit at the enemy. Even if you were to hit the around the mecha, enemy mecha or the enemy pilot are still gonna take damage. Okay. Now the question remains is what about the enhanced form? In the enhanced form, the overall damage output is gonna be a little bit higher, but the accuracy of the attack is also gonna be good if you are at near close range. But at mid range or at long range, it is not gonna be useful. Okay. Now, what about this mecha's ability to run away? Now, for the ability of this mecha to run away from the battlefield is also good. It is almost instantaneous, so which is why you should be able to run away from the battlefield very easily. Now, other than that, the question remains, okay, what is the maximum distance? Well, let's see. Okay, so the maximum distance is less than 50 meter. Okay, so yeah, that is extremely low. Okay, let me check in the enhanced form. So it is about 70 meters. Okay, so yeah, you're getting about 20 meters more difference, so that is a lot different. So if you want to dash away from the battlefield, change into this enhanced form and then run away, then you will be able to go even further. Okay, so that is basically how you should be able to get away from the battlefield. Okay, now let's talk about this mecha's ability to survive in underwater battle. Now the question remains is when does the underwater battle happen? Underwater battle usually happens when, let's say, the map is closing up, but it suddenly decided to close up in such a way that you have to cross a large body of water to go from one place to another. So from that point of perspective, let's see if this mecha can get above the line. No, it cannot go above the line. Now, what about this mecha's ability to change into this and berserk form? Okay, it can go high, but how high did it got? Let me check. Yeah, it does take huge time. Okay, it can actually go higher, a lot higher, and you can use this enhanced form type of tactical skill up to 2 times. Yeah. So what does it mean? It basically means that your chances of survival in this underwater battle is gonna be 50-50, because if you somehow manage to beat them, which is gonna be a lot difficult to actually do because aiming is a hard part of the game. If you're not that much good at aiming, then obviously your chances of survival in underwater battle is zero. But if you are able to aim at the enemy very easily, then obviously your chances of survival in underwater battle is gonna be very easy. Okay, so that's basically how I'm gonna say that this mecha in underwater battle has a 50-50 chance of either surviving or not. Anyway, so that's the maximum I can say about this mecha. Now the question remains is, okay, is this mecha good against Doomlight? Like, can this mecha destroy Doomlight? Well, it's like this. I have fought against a Ventorus player, and when I fought against Ventorus player using Hot Steel, it was difficult to actually beat them. But after using Doomlight, I realized that the Doomlight is one hard of a mecha. It is actually very hard to defeat Doomlight even by using this mecha's enhanced form, because the shield produced by Doomlight is way too thick. Okay, and because of that reason, Doomlight will be easily be able to destroy the durability of this mecha very easily. So that's the maximum I can say about this mecha. Okay, now let's go to the lobby to actually talk about these mods and the pilot mecha skill. Now, when it comes to the mods of these Ventorus, obviously I'm gonna give it same mods which I have given to my Doomlight, and that is basically a large quantity of this reload rate and two of these combat skill recovery. Okay, so it basically increases the overall reload rate by 12% and combat skill by 3.2%. Now, in case if you're wondering, okay, if the combat skill is very low, what can you do to increase that? Well, you can increase that by using ROM's ability. Let's talk about this. So when it comes to Nink's ability only gives durability to the mecha, but not on how to maintain it. So from that point of perspective, it is a good, but not the best option. This is the best option because it basically will allow, what should I call it, Venturers to use the tactical skill a lot more often. This one is useless on Venturers. If you want more shield durability in state of normal durability, then obviously this is the best option. If you want recovery without any recovery item, then this is another best option. This is not the best. This one doesn't work on Venturus. This one will work on Venturus, but still the worst option. This is the same as Link's ability. Now this one, if you want more shield durability, uh, recovery, then obviously this quick shield recharge, which is given by Vita, is going to be the best option. Okay. Now, as I've already shown you that the overall damage output, or let's say the accuracy of the long range attack from Venturus is 100% accurate, or sorry, not 100, like about 90% accurate, you can definitely use this. Okay. This is still a good option. Now, if you are a type of player who continuously shoot at the enemy mecha, then obviously the reload rate is gonna be the best option. Okay. Now this is a good option, but not the best. That's because this can only work if you have recovery item. If you do not have any recovery item, this 15% extra recovery will not work. Okay. Now this one is good at the end part of the battle royale where the enemies are gonna be always near you. It is similar to this one. Like this one is gonna be useful at the beginning part of the battle royale because the enemies are gonna be extremely apart from you. And in this case, this one is gonna be good at the end part of the battle royale because the enemies are always gonna be near you. Okay, at the end part. Now this is the best option. Why? Because after using the secondary weapon, the primary weapon will become 22% more powerful for 7 seconds, which has a cooldown of 9 seconds. So out of all of the damage type, this is the best one. This one doesn't work on, what should I call it? This one doesn't work that much well on Ventura, so I would not recommend this. Now this one will work on Venturus, but the Venturus secondary attack and the amount of overall damage output from this 4.5 second of waiting is not worth it. So if you were to ask me which one is the best one is ROM if you want more technical skill recovery. Eoris is the best if you want more durability recovery. Vita is the best if you want more shield durability recovery. Norma is the best if you want more attack output. Ivan is the best if you want more shield durability instead of normal durability. And Cyrus is the best if you want more reloading rate. Okay. So yeah, that is basically it for these Venturers. Okay. I have finally done all of the mecha guide on how to use them as a beginner. Okay. So take it as a beginner's guide and not an advanced guide. So if you like this video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.